Nation has been quiet for the last couple of days, but Swifties put some pressure on them to get pretty active. They started posting on Twitter about the fact that it's April and the Torture Poets Department turns 1 this month. And if anything's gonna bring Taylor Nation out of the woodwork, it's gonna be an anniversary. But when they reposted, the people posting this, Taylor Nation said, with the manuscript lyrics, "This year passed like scenes of a show." We are clowning so hard for something, anything, but I personally am clowning so hard for the documentary. And the fact that I think that it may even possibly be a docuseries that could be so big. If she's filming behind the scenes at the Eras Tour, that's 2.5 years of footage by itself, just the tour. Remember, they just added Taylor into the Robin trend. And the Robin trend is when you take the lyrics and you make it look as if you're talking to your younger self, like reflecting through your childhood through these lyrics. Robin is the song before the manuscript on the Torture Poets Department. And in my last video, I explained the definition of the manuscript and how the manuscript can't actually be a manuscript. I'll explain that in a second, but I said that when they did the Robin trend, I was looking for one more thing from the manuscript to wrap up the Torture Poets Department era. So I started looking into what actually a manuscript actually is, like to the definition, what is a manuscript? And it's a book, document, or a piece of music written by hand rather than typed or printed. Which is crazy because we've seen Taylor typing her manuscript in Fortnite on the typewriter that he left in her apartment. But who uses typewriters anyway? Well, not somebody writing a manuscript. So we know that the Torture Poets Department manuscript isn't actually a manuscript because it's typed, but the other definition for it is an author's text that has not yet been published. And the example is her autobiography remained in manuscript. So when we all thought that the last few lyrics in the manuscript, when she said, "Now and then I reread the manuscript, but the story isn't mine anymore," means that she was publishing the story to us. But if it is published and she does give it to us published, then it's no longer a manuscript. However, a documentary can be considered a manuscript, especially when referring to written script that guides the narration, dialogue, and visual effects of the film. Tears fell in synchronicity with the score. A score can be either written sheet music, or it can be a soundtrack for a movie or a film. And you really can't synchronize with a piece of paper, so I'm assuming that it's actually the sound to a movie. But just to add a little bit more on top of it to make it even more dramatic and shell-shocking, remember when she accepted Tour of the Century and she did not show up to the iHeartRadio Music Awards? She filmed her acceptance speech. Then she showed us a brand new, never before seen video of the performance of Mirrorball from opening night. Mirrorball, a song from Folklore, an album that she did a documentary for. Never before seen because we've never seen these isolated vocals, this video quality, we've never seen this level of video from Taylor from opening night. During Long Pond studio sessions, while Taylor was explaining why she wrote Mirrorball, she says in some songs that she's writing, she just sees a scene set like a movie. And in Mirrorball, she saw an empty dance floor after New Year's Eve and the mirror ball just spinning in the middle of the floor all by itself. And it looked like a scene set in her head. Specifically, a mirror ball is just a bunch of broken little mirrors that mean nothing unless they're reflecting light. And that's exactly what Taylor said in Long Pond. Taylor uses mirrors all the time in her work to explain things, but it's never about the mirror. It is always about the reflection. In the Style music video, she uses a broken mirror to show the entire relationship in the music video. Every single re-record is a reflection of itself. Fearless is the opposite of the OG. Speak Now is facing the other way as the OG. Red is facing opposite ways as the OG. And while 1989 isn't exactly facing completely opposites, they're still the reflection of each other. Taylor's smiling in this one, and the seagulls are outside, whereas she's inside, not happy, and the seagulls are on her shirt. Not to mention that she literally breaks glass during Delicate in the Reputation set on the Eras Tour. Also, do you guys remember when Taylor put the Eras Tour merch on sale randomly, and it's all specified through cities? But look at the way that that is typed out, and tell me that's not typed out like a YouTube title. Notice how it's like split by the episode for New Heights? It has the same thing in Taylor's band tee. It's giving new episode title. In the years past, like scenes of a show, the professor said to write what you know. Looking backwards might be the only way to move forward. Robin was already the reflection, reflecting onto Taylor's childhood, talking to her younger self. But I love that the post that they decided to repost about the Torture Poets Department turning 1 this month actually has Folklore Long Pond studio sessions right there. Call me crazy, but we're getting some kind of documentary coming soon. This is a very long one, but I wanted to get it all in one video. So let me know if you guys made it all the way to the end in the comments by posting hand hearts, and let me know what you guys think over there.